How did this one come back for you? You get a call from Catherine Bigelow. I mean, that must have been pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty amazing. I was in LA. I auditioned with the casting director, and then went in and met Catherine the very next day. And meeting her on its own felt like more than enough. I was like, if I just get to meet her, that would be so fantastic. And I couldn't believe it when I got the call.
Was this a subject matter you were familiar with, or what did you kind of learn as you were going?
I was aware of the Detroit Rebellion kind of generally, but I didn't know about the Algiers, so it was a real education in learning what happened there. And when I first read the script, I felt physically sick. It's so shocking what took place there in '67, and I feel like also the contemporary relevance of the story is so obvious, painfully obvious, and there felt like such a clear sense of urgency to get this story told.
It's such an intense scene, or the moments that you're in, it's very, very intense. Was it like that on set? I can imagine it was quite intense going into it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, but Catherine creates such a wonderful environment. She creates a really, really safe space for people to go to those darker places. So it was, I couldn't have hoped for a kind of better environment to explore those issues in.
I just wanted to ask you about Game of Thrones. Obviously, lots of revelations coming out in the last few days and episodes. Was that something that was hard to keep quiet? Because I can imagine lots of people wanted to know what you knew.
I mean, we're all very, very seriously sworn to secrecy. So I'm getting okay at keeping the secrets now.
Are you looking forward to going back for another series? Obviously, it's coming to an end now. But
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
You must be really happy with the way it's been received and how the movie's turned out.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I think it's such an important story, and I want to share it with as many people as possible.
It's a pretty serious script. I guess when you sign up for something like this, are you expecting it to be like a lot of hard work and like an exhausting experience?
I knew I was 110% committed to working with Catherine, and I knew that she was gonna work as hard as she needed to. I feel like the story gave us so much purpose. The fact that it's based on real events gives you even more of a greater sense of responsibility, I think. And it was hard work, but it was the most satisfying sort of hard work because I felt like it was in service of something really important.
And you're surrounded by a brilliant cast and a great director. What was it like working with everyone?
It was so fantastic. I can't emphasize enough. It felt like the greatest privilege to be a part of that group of people. It really did.
There's some fairly intense scenes throughout the film. What was the general atmosphere like on set?
It was an intense set to be on for sure. I think we all felt like we needed to be committed to maintaining that heightened sense of emotion, and we wanted the scenes to feel as real as possible. But it was also a very, very safe, supportive environment, and everyone was really looking out for each other and taking care of each other.
And finally, what would you like audiences to take away from the movie?
I always feel really loath to dictate audience reaction, but I think that empathy is a really important thing, and I think that if people can carry the empathy they have for their characters in this movie sort of out into the world and hopefully broaden their horizons and think more about other people, then I think that would be fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey